Hello, my evolving goddesses. It is Sunday. You know, that is the day for our crown chakra. We're down here at the beach. I don't think there's a better place for us to be when we're getting the words, the inspiration, the motivation, the spiritual attunement, alignment for the upcoming week. So I wanted to share something with you. I'm actually going to be using this in my meditation class that I teach at the local library here on Mondays. But it is this delightful little book that I just randomly found, right? Randomly found by Doreen Virtue and her son. Now we're not going to open the can of worms about Doreen Virtue, but this book is the topic of today's reading, today's intention setting for the week, and guidance for the week. So, no matter what spiritual path or religious path you're on, I've always liked the word angel because I did grow up in a Christian background, and so my mother had all these angel figures, and I always felt like something or someone was watching out for me. Okay, so that's what we're going to think about when we look at this book. So, what this book talks about is the visual evidence of how words can be angels in your life. And I got this from the library. So, I bet you if you go on your local library app, you'll probably be able to find it. And no, I'm not affiliated with this book in any way. I just wanted to show you what had happened was Doreen and her son were doing some recordings, and they started noticing I guess, like, what would you say, EKG, or the energetic patterns, the vibrations of the words, and how they're different. Well, when I started reading this book, it automatically reminded me, I know you're probably going there too, it automatically reminded me of the water experiment by Dr. How do you pronounce his name? Emoto, or the scientist, Emoto, Masaru Emoto, where he said that our words, our thoughts, our energy could actually affect the molecules in water. So if you don't know what I'm talking about with the water experiment, that's another book, and there's tons of video on YouTube that you can go and look up. It's absolutely fascinating. But look at this. Look at the vibrations, these EKGs, like the leads that they put on our heart, of words. It's absolutely incredible. So, what I thought today we would do is, I want you, if you don't already have a journal and pen or pencil, something to write with close by you, put me on pause. Put me on pause and go fetch it. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose two cards, and those are going to be the focus, sorry, those are going to be the focus words for the week. And I want you to jot down all week long, especially right now, how these words feel in your body. Do they make your toes itch? Does it make you have heart palpitations? Does it make you blush? Do you feel it in what emotions do you feel? So this is an incredible exercise, one, for you to start paying attention to the words, and also the words that you say to yourself. But I want you to see how these two words impact your week, how they come up, and how they feel in your body. I really want you to be mindful and intentional this week. Okay. So I am using, as I should be, down at the beach, the Oracle of Mermaids. No, I'm not affiliated with Lucy Cavendish. They are not sponsoring this reading. I just thought it was the perfect deck to use down at the beach. So what two words does our higher self, God, Goddess, Spirit, want us to not only focus on with our mind, but to truly experience with all of our senses this week, like these EKGs. What are our angel words this week? Okay. So our first word, oh, that I am so glad that I'm on video doing this, so that you could see that that was so totally not planned. The card that I have is experiments. And didn't I just talk about the water experiment? So I want you to experiment with this week. Be very intentional for 7 days. Experiment with these words, and how these two words resonate in your body, feel in your body, feel in your mind, feel in your spirit. So this deck, what experiment means is how mankind has come in and started experimenting with the planet, not living synergistically, how we have experimented with animals, how we have experimented on the very food that we eat. The card says that man has placed himself above the Heavenly Father and above the Mother, which is the Mother Earth. So look at how you're recycle, reducing, reusing this week. Look at the food that you're eating. Look at the source of that food. Was that animal, if you are not vegetarian or vegan, was that animal ethically treated? Was it a victim of factory farming? Maybe you should start reducing your meat consumption. What about the plants that you're eating? Is it sprayed with pesticides? How is that causing genetic mutations in your body and also causing hormone disruption in your body? And these are things that we know. I'm not on a soapbox here. These are things that we know. It's common knowledge nowadays. It's just that we turn a blind eye to it because, that beverage or that food, those Pop-Tarts just taste so good. That ice cream tastes so good, but we don't want to hear about how that cow was brutalized and forcibly impregnated over and over and over and over and over so that you could have Baskin Robbins. So experiments. And the card actually says manipulation of nature. Manipulation of nature. Kind of reminds me of the Isle of Dr. Moreau. Okay, so the second word that we are going to be focusing on this week, open to experiencing what emotions, what things resonate in our body. Oh, this is interesting, is fertility. Now, for those of you that are trying to get pregnant, I want you to have fun with that. Have fun with that. But this card, what it really means is your potential and creative energy. I actually think last time, or there was another video that I said that I firmly believe that we were made to create. What are you creating? I want you to be very fertile this week with your creative energy, and there's no judgments on it. I know I think I reference Julia Cameron's book, The Artist's Way, all the time. But take out that book. She has like a list of like 50 different ways to creatively date yourself. And I was on Pinterest here lately, and there are so many good ideas for like a creative day for yourself. If you haven't danced in a while, go dance. If you haven't painted, I took a watercolor class here recently. I was just in this zen moment and my spirit felt so good and I felt so good the rest of the day. Also, when you're creative, you're able to release a lot of negative energy. And so you can think like with a woman's fallopian tubes, if they're blocked, she's not going to be able to get pregnant. So let's release some negative energy today so that we can be very fertile in our life. Okay, so those are very, very interesting thoughts for you to ponder this week. Thank you, lovelies. Now, if you like this video, you know what I'm going to say. Give me the thumbs, like Siskel and Ebert, give me the thumbs up, and remember to subscribe. And I'll be here next Sunday with another information from our crown chakra.